The relationship between Anakin and Padme, the relationship that ultimately helped lead to the demise of the Republic and the Jedi Order, the relationship that was a mystery to almost everyone in the galaxy, except for maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi. He knew that the two had a strong connection, though he never knew just how strong. And today, I want to take you through an excerpt of the book Labyrinth of Evil, where Obi-Wan basically confronts Anakin about what is wrong. The tension of the two both wanting to tell each other everything is very high, and it's a very good read. I've absolutely loved this book, and I've made a few other videos you should go check out. It's most of my recent lore videos, and anyways, for some context on this all, Anakin and Obi-Wan have been participating in the Outer Rim sieges for months. They're desperately trying to push the Separatists out of the Outer Rim and secure victory, and they think they're about to go home to Coruscant. Unfortunately, a new mission comes in, and Anakin is extremely discouraged to stay in the Outer Rim, leading to the conversation we're going to go over now. So, sit back, relax, and let's get into the book. Obi-Wan ran his hand over his mouth. The Council was able to convince Palpatine of the need to retake Tyth, and he has authorized a full battle group to divert there. It seems he is finally willing to follow Master Yoda's advice about concentrating on dismantling the Confederacy leadership. Grievous is on Tyth? Anakin asked. Obi-Wan grinned. Better. Dooku is there. Anakin turned his back to Obi-Wan. His face was flushed when he finally swung around. Not good enough to avoid staying home. And Obi-Wan blinked. Not good enough. The search for Sidious began with us, Anakin said. We discovered the first clues. If he's thought to be on Coruscant, then we're the ones who should be there to capture him, Anakin exclaimed. Anakin, Mace and Shakti are more than capable of seeing to that, if Sidious is even there, Obi-Wan responded, and Anakin was shaking his head now. Not as easily as we could. Sidious is a Sith Lord. Obi-Wan took a moment to respond. The way I remember it, we didn't fare all that well against Dooku. All that's changed, Anakin said, becoming angrier as he spoke. I'm stronger than I was. You're stronger. Together, we can defeat any Sith. Anakin, is this really about capturing Sidious? Obi-Wan asked. Of course it is, Anakin said. We deserve the honor. Honor? Since when did this war become a contest for first place? If you're thinking that the capture of Sidious will earn you a place on the Council, I don't care about the Council, said Anakin. I'm telling you, we need to return to Coruscant. People are counting on us. What people? Obi-Wan asked. The people of Coruscant, Anakin said, and Obi-Wan inhaled slowly. Why don't I believe you? Anakin said, I don't know, Master. Suppose you tell me. And Obi-Wan narrowed his eyes. Don't turn this into a game. There's something else at work here. Have you had a vision I should know about? Anakin started to reply, but he bit back whatever it was he had in mind, and began again. The truth is, I want to be home. We've been out here longer than anyone, trooper or Jedi, said Anakin. That's what you get for being so good at what you do, Obi-Wan said, hoping to lighten the mood. I'm tired of it, Master. I want to be home, Anakin replied, and Obi-Wan studied him. You miss the temple so much. The food, the lights of Coruscant. Yes, Anakin said. Yes to what? All of it. Then your protests have nothing to do with capturing Sidious. No, they do, Anakin said. Well, which is it? Obi-Wan asked. Home or Sidious? Why can't it be both? Anakin asked, and Obi-Wan fell silent, as if struck by a sudden suspicion. Anakin. Is it Padme? Anakin rolled his eyes. Here you go again, he said. Well, is it? Anakin compressed his lips, then said, I won't lie to you and say that I don't miss her. And Obi-Wan frowned sympathetically. You can't afford to miss her in that way. And exactly what way is that, Master? Anakin asked. Because you cannot be married to both. Who said anything about marriage? Anakin said. She's a friend. I miss her as a friend. You would forego your destiny for Padme? Obi-Wan asked, and Anakin's brows beetled in anger. I never chose to be the chosen one. That was Qui-Gon. Even the Council doesn't believe it anymore, so why should you? Because I think you believe it, Obi-Wan said calmly. I think you know in your heart that you're meant for something extraordinary. And you, Master, Anakin said, What does your heart tell you that you're meant for? And Obi-Wan said, infinite sadness, even while smiling. And Anakin regarded him. If you believe in destiny, then everything we do becomes part of that destiny, whether we go to Tyth or we return to Coruscant. You may be right. I don't have the answer. I wish I did, said Obi-Wan. Then where does that leave us? Anakin said. And Obi-Wan rested his hands on Anakin's shoulders. Speak with Palpatine. Maybe he'll see something in this that I missed. And so Anakin did, and he went to call Palpatine on a holo image. As big as life, Palpatine's holo image spoke from atop a projector table in a private comlink lounge aboard the medical frigate. With R2-D2 standing off to one side of the transmission grid, Anakin hung on the Chancellor's every word. Of course the Council doesn't understand, Palpatine said. Surely you don't find that surprising. They reject every suggestion I make, said Anakin. On principle, I'm beginning to think. It's obvious that you're upset, Anakin, but you must be patient. Your time will come soon. When, sir? Anakin asked, and Palpatine smiled lightly. I can't see into the future, my boy. Anakin's face contorted. What if I told you that I could? Well, I would believe you, Palpatine said without pause. Tell me, what do you see? Coruscant, Anakin responded. Are we in danger? I'm not certain. I just feel that I need to be there. And Palpatine gazed away from the holocam. I suppose I could invent some pretext. His gaze returned to Anakin. But is that wise? I'm not the wise one. Ask anybody, said Anakin. What does Master Kenobi say? He's the one who suggested I contact you, Anakin said sharply. Really? But what does he think you should do? Anakin blew out his breath. Obi-Wan is under the illusion that I can't deny my destiny, no matter what I do. Your former master is wiser than you think, Anakin. Yes, and he is the one Jedi in 1,000 years to have defeated a Sith. And Palpatine spread his hands. That alone has to count for something, though I'm at a loss to know precisely what. Obi-Wan is wise, Anakin said, but he has no heart, sir. He sees everything in terms of the Force. If you want advice about the Force, you must look to him, because I'm of no help there, Palpatine said. That's exactly what I don't want, Anakin said. I live in the Force, but I also live in the real world. I came from the real world. Just as you said, I had the advantage of a normal childhood. Well, sort of. And Palpatine waited until he was certain Anakin was finished. My boy, I don't know that it's healthy to have a foot in each world. Soon, you may have to make a choice. Anakin nodded. I'm ready. And Palpatine smiled again. But back to the matter at hand. It sounds to me as if the recapture of Tyth could prove very important towards ending the war. I don't understand all of it. The Jedi Council is being very secretive with me. And Anakin fought the temptation to reveal everything about the search for Darth Sidious. He glanced at R2, as if expecting commiseration, but the astromech only swiveled his dome, his processor status indicator flashing from blue to red. Finally, Anakin said, I don't know what to do, sir. And Palpatine adopted a sympathetic expression. It's decided. I shall prevail upon the Council to order you back to the core. No one needs further proof of how intrepid you are, or how committed you are to defeating our enemies. And he thought to himself, in time, you will learn to trust your feelings. Then you will be invincible. No, Anakin said in a rush. No, thank you, sir, but I'm needed on Tyth. Dooku is here. And Anakin then thought to himself, I'm sorry, Padme. I'm so sorry. I miss you so much. Yes, Palpatine was saying, Dooku is the key to everything now. Despite all our victories in the inner systems, do you suspect he and Grievous may have some secret strategy? If they do, Obi-Wan and I will defeat them before they can implement it, Anakin said. The Republic counts on it, Palpatine replied. Safeguard Coruscant, sir. Safeguard everyone there, Anakin said. And Palpatine ended the call by saying, I will, my boy, and rest assured that I will call on you when I need you. So that's the end of it today. Anakin does go back and talks to Obi-Wan and just says they're going to handle this and do what they have to do. But that's Anakin and Obi-Wan kind of confronting each other on having to be in the Outer Rim for so long, and Obi-Wan confronting him about Padme and just straight up saying he's not sure what to do. admitting that he knows something's going on, but not wanting to go all the way in. And you just gotta wonder, what if they just told each other? What would have happened? And then Palpatine, oh, he's so good in this book. It's outstanding. Him just being like, oh, I don't know anything about the Force, and Dooku's the key to everything, and oh man, when I need you, I will call on you. It's great. Palpatine is outstanding in this book, truly. It just shows how calculated he is. Anyways, that was today's conversations, today's lore. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video.